Baby, we are live. How is everyone's day going so far? We're back, baby. We are so back. Guys, what is happening? What is going on? How is everyone feeling? How's everyone's day going so far today? Hopefully you've had a fantastic day. I'm having a pretty damn good day myself. Nothing bad happened to me. Nothing bad happened to me, which is always a win in my book. Anytime I could avoid getting, struck by some misfortune is always going to be a blessing to me. At least I'm still alive and kicking, right? That can never be taken away from me. Knock on wood, of course. But how are we all feeling today? Hopefully you all are ready for tonight. We got a nice, chill, laid-back stream planned for tonight. Nice, simple Q&A, hanging out, talking with every single one of you about a couple of things. New products that we're carrying on the site. Of course, answering your lovely airsoft questions and or not airsoft questions. I do a lot of those as well. Those sometimes are my favorite. And talking about again our topic for tonight. You guys can read the title for the stream tonight. Looking to save on airsoft. This is I find this to be an ever-present, an ever-important topic with keeping up with current events, especially recently. It's getting tougher, man. It definitely is getting tougher. While the quality of airsoft guns have indeed gone up, and there are plenty of great options for getting into airsoft, it's going to be harder, to really save and to find those deals out there. It's going to be a lot harder, especially in the next coming months. We're already starting to see some of it now. So I'm going to do everything I can to try to help you guys out as much as possible, and we're going to be talking about some tactics that we can do to try to save people money. But again, this is a Q&A live stream. Hopefully we can get some more people in here as well. Let's see, we're currently at 14 congruent viewers. 14 congruent viewers, guys. Do me a favor, go and make sure to spread the word around to as many people as possible. Let people know that we are going live tonight. Tonight is going to be your best chance of increasing your odds, of course, of winning this week's live stream giveaway, which was supposed to happen last week. I do apologize for that. If you guys didn't keep up with the Discord server, that's number one. You definitely need to be part of the Discord server for sure. But I unfortunately was not feeling well at all. I don't know what the fuck happened. As I was cooking, I literally felt weak in the knees. I was completely weak all over. I just felt this overwhelming sense of like lightheadedness and like numb. And then next thing I know, I'm starting to like collapse a little bit. I was able to catch myself. Thankfully, I didn't like pass out entirely. But as soon as I was able to catch myself and catch a breather as to what just happened, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be streaming tonight. I think talking for about 2 hours might be a little much. I think I would pass out on live stream if I were to try it and do so. So that's postpone it. But don't worry, your entries from last week, starting Tuesday, into what would have been last Thursday's giveaway, they're going to be rolling over, right? We're going to be counting those towards this week. So you had a little bit of time, right? You had all weekend to get your orders in. But if you were waiting for tonight to increase your odds, hey, you know what? That is indeed a strategy in which you can do. Every $50 right now during the duration of this live stream until we end at 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, every 50 you spend will be getting you 2 entries into tonight. 2 chances of winning. Not only that, but you know the deal. You see it. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about it nonstop. BB Wars. The war for BBs. BB Wars tickets right now, whether you go Empire or Rebel, you'll be getting yourself 4 entries into the giveaway. 4 chances of winning this week's live stream giveaway for a brand new YouTube unboxing mystery box. I am very much excited for BB Wars. Again, this has been a very difficult thing to get going, so I would appreciate everyone, especially if you are the type of person that wants more airsoft events out there. You want more community programs out there as well, in which we work with the airsoft community to not only organize events like games, but also other types of deals as well. And you want to support your local airsoft field, which during these trying times is going to be more important more than ever. I'm going to strongly recommend you go and get your tickets. Thank you. Shout out to Wildlands Airsoft Park for being able to go and host us there and for being incredibly accommodating towards us. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with them so far. And hopefully we can get this event going nice and strong. I very much hope to see more numbers. We've already gotten a few people placing their orders for both the Rebels and the Empire, so hopefully I can see more people getting their orders in. Remember, like I said, that's 4 chances of winning this week's live stream giveaway, so do not miss out. Do not miss out. All right, let's scroll through here. Why is there an ad playing right there? What the frick is this? What the fuck? I didn't click on this. What the fuck? But yeah, guys, if you do have any airsoft related questions, or you guys want to ask me anything in particular, you're more than welcome to go ahead and do so. Just put the letter Q right in front of your question. Makes it a lot easier for me to spot and identify. Of course, I'll come around to your question as soon as I possibly can. But I do want to go ahead and mention a couple things before I get into it. Again, looking to save on airsoft, that is the main talking point for tonight. Right? I'm going to circle back to that, but I wanted to show off that we do indeed have new products available on the site. Right? And of course, in addition to the BB Wars tickets, Hostile Airsoft. We have HK Army, the Hostile brand offshoot for it. New carbon fiber tanks available for all my speedy boys out there. Finally, after all this time, it took them long enough, but we finally got the black and blue variant of the Tandem Cross Cthulhu. Honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. I actually really like the blue look too. It looks sick. I don't know. It looks very well done. But again, so are all the other colors for the Cthulhu. This bad boy is going to be available right now on the website. It took them long enough, but it's finally here. I know it took quite a while for it to finally arrive, but it's finally here. Delta Armory AR-15 variations are also going to be available here as well. In addition to some new Tokyo Marui stuff. Well, maybe not new to TM stuff to the rest of the world, but new to us, as in we were finally able to go ahead and carry some more TM options. We're going to have two versions of the M4 CKBR NGRS, or Next Generation Recoil Shock, which I can vouch for. I love the NGRS system. I love Next Generation Recoil Shock stuff. The CKBR is probably going to be one of the coolest, simplest variants of the AR out there, right, of the M4, that I still to this day think looks awesome. Like the Mark 18 Mod 0 sort of look is just solid, bro. It's just absolutely solid, right? But for those who are looking for more MWSs, guess what? CKBR Block 1, we got it. It's available right now. We do still have what looks like some more... Here, let me type this in. There you go. There you go, baby. Look at that. We got it. There you go. MWS magazines. These are the OEM mags, too, by the way. These were not easy to get, and they've been freaking flying off the shelves, bro. Like, we are already... I made them live on Friday before I clocked out. They're already almost sold out, so I'm going to strongly recommend that you go and get your orders for these as well. If you are running the MWS system, you guys know that the stock TM OEM magazine is the best magazine for it. It just works the best, and thank God we were able to go ahead and source some. So make sure to go ahead and get some of those as well. Again, I'm telling you, limited freaking quantity, dude. Like, we had so many, and they're all gone. So many of them are gone. But we have more new products on here as well. Elite Force as well, the Trinity High Kappa, the CO2 variation, the Beretta APX OR. This is the optic-ready version of the APX. It'll come included with all the plates needed, right? Very, very cool, Elite Force. I see what you're doing. I see you getting with the times. I appreciate you, Elite Force. And they even have the Gen 2 iTrace version of some of their previous models, like the MP5 Gen 2 SD6, the Gen 2 version of it as well. The M-Log variation. This one was actually really, really cool. I liked this one when it first came out. And the fact that they're updating it, appreciate that. And the MP5K. I mean, it's an MP5K. It's just fucking cool, right? Let's be real here. The MP5K, certified banger. Absolute banger. No question. This thing fucking rips, right? Absolutely love this thing. And again, so much more stuff are available right now on the site. You just got to make sure that you go and check it out. I just don't want anyone to miss out on all the cool shit, man. I don't want anyone to miss out on all the cool stuff that we've been working on getting into the site and into the store. Now, let's get into the topic for tonight, right? We're going to be disregarding all politics. I don't want this to turn into a whole political thing, right? Let's avoid that altogether. Let's just address the elephant in the room, right? Times are getting tough. Times are getting incredibly tough right now, and they're going to continue getting tough if things continue to go the way they are. We're already starting to see an increase on a lot of things already, right? Already we're starting to see an increase on a lot of things, not just Airsoft specifically. This is literally just anything altogether. But Airsoft is indeed going to be included because a lot of this stuff does indeed come from China, comes from Taiwan. Maybe not so much Vietnam, but a lot of this stuff is going to be coming from Asia. A large portion of it being manufactured in China, right? So yeah, we are going to start seeing a pretty significant jump in price in the next coming months. Now, I just want to let you guys know, we at GI are doing literally, I cannot stress this enough, everything that we can to try to keep the prices as low as we possibly can, even if it means eating the cost on a lot of items, because we know it sucks. Like, especially if you're just getting into it, right? Especially if you're just getting into it, we are trying our damnness to make sure that if there's something that we can eat the cost on, to keep it at a lower price for you as a consumer, we're trying that. We're doing everything we can to go ahead and do it, right? It's tough, obviously, because we are, at the end of the day, Airsoft GI is indeed a retailer. We are a business, right? And we need to continue being in business. We have people under our employ that, they need paychecks too, right? They need paychecks. They need to be able to go home with money on the table. So, yeah, it's going to be really tough for us, but I just want you guys to know that this is something that we are aware of. We are doing what we can to try to combat the issue and keep the prices attainable to you. Even if we do see an increase in price, we're going to try to see if we can try to minimize it as much as we possibly can, because we don't want our shoppers to just all of a sudden just be like, what the fuck, giant massive price increases on all this shit, right? Like, obviously we're going to start seeing increases on everything, but again, we're seeing what we can do about eating the cost on a lot of items. So if you do see anything that's discounted right now, or just something that you've been eyeing, this is going to sound like, of course, right, as a business, like you're just trying to push products. I'm being serious. If there's anything that you guys were hoping to get, I'm going to strongly recommend that you get them sooner than later. I'm not saying you have to get them now. Obviously, you get them now. Entries in the giveaway, right? Cool. But I'm going to recommend sooner than later that you guys hop on it in terms of getting stuff that you just want in general. This is not even for Airsoft, just anything in general, especially Airsoft, but everything in general. I would say, see if you can try, if possible, to go ahead and stock up on some things maybe that you might need or that you typically frequently buy a lot of. And then for a lot of the hobby stuff especially, see about getting them sooner than later, just because, again, it would suck if you, I could see someone saving, pinching their pennies, trying to get up to that quantity needed to be able to go ahead and afford whatever item that they're looking for, especially Airsoft. And then lo and behold, they wait a couple months and finally I got enough, and they go and it's increased by a crazy percentage, right? That'd absolutely be demoralizing. So I'm going to strongly recommend, if there's anything you guys are looking for, make sure to go ahead and get it now, right? But what are some other ways that you can save on Airsoft, right? Another thing too that I've heard some people say is, just buy used, right? I've heard literally people say, even in our own Discord too, which kind of, I'll be honest, I have mixed feelings about, because that's kind of, technically speaking, pushing way towards other businesses other than us, right? I get it, right? Sometimes you can find some used deals out there. Trust, I know, I've done it. We've all done it. To act like it's like this mortal sin is obviously silly, right? But I will say there is something to be said about having a brand new Airsoft gun that is going to come included with a warranty, right? Because I've had that happen too, where I've bought used stuff, Airsoft goods before, guns especially, that I thought they were going to be in better condition, and when I got them, they were not in the condition I expected them to be, and it costed me almost as much as a brand new one to get it up and running, when I literally could have just bought a brand new one for almost the same price, and it would have had a warranty. So even if the worst were to happen with it, at least I can turn it into the shop that I bought it from, and they would have been able to go ahead and fix it for me right away, or at the very least replace it for a brand new one, right? So there is that, which I'm not usually going to recommend people go ahead and buy used stuff per se. What I'm going to recommend that people try to go ahead and do, honestly, is just looking at any sort of, most retail sites, no matter where it is that you go, us included, there's usually going to be some type of specials or sales page. That's going to be honestly your best friend when it comes to that sort of thing. Newsletters obviously really help. We've obviously had a newsletter. Most retailers across all industries will have some type of newsletter where you can see what sort of deals they got going on. Even coupon codes. I know there isn't a ton of stuff that's discounted on the site or that is eligible with coupon codes, because so much of it is already discounted. But I will say, coupon code 2025 is still a thing that you can use, or coupon code RGK is still a code that you can try on the site, and that should save you a little bit of percentage as well. Right? Just looking for any sort of coupon codes or any sort of vouchers that can definitely help you save quite a bit of money down in the long run, Oh, I see that we're at 34 concurrent viewers. Appreciate all 34 of you guys. If you can, make sure to go on and bump up those likes for me as much as you can. Really, really appreciate it. Lets me know that you guys want us to continue with the live streams. But let me know, what are some things that you guys like to go ahead and do to try to save when it comes to Airsoft? Whether it be you're shopping for tactical gear, Airsoft guns. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say, especially a lot of my seasoned veterans that have been playing for God knows how long at this point, right? But if you guys have some tips as well, feel free to go on and put them into the live chat. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. And same thing, if you have questions, put the letter Q, run for your questions. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to spot and identify. Woat? Is that, and I remember, or is that wait? I do apologize for that. How's the tariffs going to affect Airsoft 2025? Hey, what's up? I literally just got done talking about that. Yeah, literally just got done talking about that. Yes. It's going to increase the price on everything. Everything, man. I mean, all the stuff that you're seeing, it's all coming from China, dude. Majority of it's all coming from China. Maybe Japan. Right, Hong Kong, but that's technically speaking still China. Anyway, but you know what I mean. Right, all this stuff coming from Asia is gonna go up in price, right? I think the biggest thing that we've noticed too is that times were already tough for airsoft or airsoft in general. We've already seen a lot of shops, especially mom and pop shops, and even fields have to close down within the last year, right? Last 2 years even more. In the last year especially, we've seen the closure of a lot of fields that just couldn't keep up with the competition, right? It just sucks. It absolutely sucks. And there's a lot of different factors at play there. People just weren't supporting their local businesses. People weren't supporting their local fields. And next thing you know, they're gone. And now, because of that, that community that relied on that one field, right? That was the only field that they had. Now is gone. So now the next generation doesn't have that, right? So it's really, really unfortunate that happened to a lot of places. But now with the tariffs. Oh, no, sorry, my bad. With the increase in price, I should say, I'm trying to avoid the terminology. With the increase in price for pretty much everything, yeah, we've had meetings before where we've literally, talked about how we think this is going to happen, and it's estimated that we are going to see a loss in a few more shops too. I can almost guarantee it that we're going to see more shops going away. We are currently working on trying to cooperate with other different shops and fields as well to try to see what we can do to help them out in terms of deals and stuff, in terms of marketing, literally trying to help out anyone and everyone that we can when it comes to this, anyone that wants to work with us, right? Because it's tough, dude. It's really, really tough. We have other companies willing to put everything aside just so that we can work together to try to so that everyone can win, just for the sake of airsoft continuing, whether it be in a certain area, airsoft continuing in a certain place of business. It's really rough, man. It really is. That's why when I always tell you guys, whenever you place your orders for things, I really do appreciate it. Obviously you're a shopper, right? You need stuff, you want to go out and get stuff as well, but it really does mean the world to us, everyone at the team at GI, that you guys choose to use us as your go-to, right, for all things airsoft, whether it be tactical gear, airsoft guns, even just your basic supplies, right, your consumables, BBs, batteries, chargers, green gas, all that stuff. It really does go a long way. It really does help continue the business. That's why I'm always saying, right, it'll keep the cameras rolling, it'll keep the lights on, and it'll keep these giveaways going. We love doing giveaways. We love doing shit for the community, but we do need to be able to make money at the end of the day. In order for us to continue doing it. And if we don't get the support, we're not going to be able to do it. Now, thankfully, we've been around for a lot longer than a lot of other businesses. We've had a pretty good rapport with the community itself. We have a long history. GI's had a very long history. And, generally speaking, there are some losses that we can take, comparatively to other companies, especially other smaller mom and pop shops that they can't take, man. They literally cannot take it, right? One bad thing happens to these small little little shops, and they're fucked, dude. It's over for them, right? And I don't want that to happen to anybody, right? I know some people are gonna think oh, it's our competitors, right? When do we want them to be driven out? No, absolutely not. Here's the thing: the more business manufacturers have, the better it is for everybody. Right? That means the manufacturers are getting more practice in, they can improve their skills, and we're going to see more and more higher quality stuff, right? Literally the limits get pushed every single time. They're always making more innovations with the more business that they're able to have, and the more business they can do, they're able to manufacture more, give us more products. Then they're able to, maybe be able to go to make more stuff for us that maybe was a little more unique, a little more different, right? We're always talking about how the M4 is such a played out, boring platform, right? But at the end of the day, it's what sells, right? If there's enough business for them to continue making it, right? Then they're going to start trying, oh, maybe we have enough to play around. We've done pretty well for ourselves. Maybe let's experiment with other things. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. But if business goes down for them, right, they're not getting as many, clients to make stuff for. All right? Like, seriously, it's all going to go downhill. It's all going to go downhill. It's literally a domino effect. One domino goes down, and we all start feeling it. Everyone starts feeling it. All right? UK and Airsoft here is booming. I feel for you guys in the USA. Airsoft isn't just a hobby for some. It's a way of life. No, bravo Team Grisby. Like, I 100% agree. Even for us, too, a lot of the Airsofters here, like, it isn't just a simple hobby. Like, some of us live, eat, and breathe this shit, right? I'm literally looking up Airsoft videos in my spare time. I'm looking up, like, different loadouts that I can go out and build. I'm always looking for new things to go out and try out, right? I like a lot of this stuff, right? Airsoft is literally something that may be a different aspect for everyone, and there's something for me in it too, but it is a way of life, man. You know what I mean? I've met some really fucking cool people here, right? I would not have been as good friends with Dark Tree, guys like Real Wild, Crazy J, right? All these guys that are in here, Act Right, all right? Chef Panikage, all these dudes here, all these regulars that I have in here, right? DJ, like all these fucking guys, Casper, right? Everyone, Cutter, dude, fuck, like Airsoft Brewer, all these guys. I would not have been able to make this many friends in the Airsoft. This is the most amount of friends I've ever had in my entire life. I've never had this many contacts in my phone ever. It's always been like generally under 20 people, right? Now I know, like, now I have a pretty good amount of people that I can communicate with, and it's awesome. But I wouldn't have had that if it weren't for Airsoft, right? So the fact that there's a very high likelihood that it could go away for so many people because of the increase in price and everything, yeah, dude, it fucking sucks. Like, I don't want that to affect anybody, but it just, things are going the way they are going, and they're not looking good, man. It's not looking good. That's why we need everyone's support in order to spread the word, let people know, like, hey, you're gonna want to go out and get your stuff now before, like, prices increase to a crazy extent. Let's see here. So what you're saying is stock up on is stock up on KLI SR4 Max, Mr. Savage 710. I mean, you could take it that way if you really want to. I think you're just like, you know what? I think you're just looking for an excuse just to buy more. Here's the thing. I mean, yes, absolutely, sure. I mean, that is at its core, yes. But again, it's just more so like in general. It was more of a blanket statement for everything. For everything at this point. But I mean, yeah, if you want to stock up on those magazines, man, and that was definitely the time to go and do so. And again, like I said, you're getting those extra entries, bro. Rusty, ooh, this is a good one for BB Wars. I'm the Imperial side. Is all green okay? Rusty, like the instructions say, you need camouflage for Empire. You need camouflage for Empire. If all your gear, like, the plate carrier, the helmet is green, that's fine. But the clothing has to be camouflaged. Clothing has to be camouflaged, right? Just like the rules say, it has to be camo. All right, let's see here. Glad you're feeling better. Hey, thanks, Real Wild. I was literally just talking about you, man. I was just talking about you. Yeah. No, dude, I am indeed feeling better. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know if I was just dehydrated or I was just overexerted myself that day. I don't know what. I genuinely felt like I was going to pass out. And I almost did. But yeah, that was the reason why I had to postpone the giveaway from Thursday till today. But hey, you know what? I'm feeling a lot better. I'm making sure I'm drinking plenty of water, even if it is sparkling. But I'm doing good, man. I am doing good. Mish, dude, good to see you, brother. Still here. Life's crazy. Growing up is mandatory. Growing up is wait, what? Life's crazy. Growing up is mandatory. Growing up is optional. I mean, you're physically growing up, but I mean, mentally. I mean, as long as you're obviously always trying to improve yourself, sure. But at the end of the day, let's be real. We're all a bunch of like man children playing with like toy guns, man. There's a reason we're into this, and I'm pretty sure it's that. You know what I mean? If you were to tell me, like myself especially, that airsofters were a little bit on the spectrum, I would not be surprised, to be honest. Like, I know there's something. I know there's something up with me. I know I'm there somewhere. I definitely know I'm there somewhere. It's too much of a coinky-dink, On the Airsoft GI file brand users from previous owners. In your opinion, will Airsoft GI power through this? Adrian Brown? Yeah. I genuinely think so. Here's why. The one thing that or like I would say, not the one thing, it's actually been several things that GI has had going for it. We've always been really, really good at being able to, and it wasn't even a matter of like previous owners. It was literally just a matter of like just some bad decision, like some like literally I like some unfortunate incidents happen. I can't obviously go into it, but I do know what you're talking about. Some really, really bad shit happened. Like really, really bad stuff. Like never in a million years would we have predicted stuff like that happening to us, but it did. Right? And it just it sucked. It absolutely sucked. But we have seen GI slowly but surely, if by the skin of our teeth, right, be able to go ahead and like climb up every single mountain that we've ever had, like come away. Because trust me, it's always a fucking uphill battle, bro. Like it has always been an uphill battle. But we've had, for the last couple years, we've had a really, really good team, right? A really, really good core team that is still around to this day, right? I know everyone loved saying that Cisco was dead or something, or that he disappeared. I don't know why. Again, I kept telling you guys, he's still here. He's just on a very different schedule. But, you know, his schedule, thankfully, has been turned around, so now he's back with us full time. If you guys didn't watch the latest mainline video that dropped Friday, he hosted that one, so make sure to go ahead and watch that. And this week's video as well. Yeah, this week's video as well is going to be him as in the host chair. He's going to be hosting it as well. So, you know, keep your eyes out for that. But yes, he's back with us, right? Cisco, Boaz as an amazing video producer. I've been kind of like, I like to think of myself as kind of like the Swiss Army guy, right? I'm doing everything. You guys know, if you guys have seen me in the storefront before, you or even if I interact with me on like Discord, you guys know that I'm like doing 7 different things at once, right? Like I'm doing, you know, helping with customer service. I'm helping, you know, with answering questions. I'm helping the storefront, you know, like customers that we get in the actual shop and assisting them. I'm also working on e-commerce descriptions, you know, all the listings on the website for new products. I work on those too. Admin work, like I do basically a lot of stuff at GI. I do a lot of things at GI. And I do love what I do. You know, I do love what I do. I love working in this industry. This is what I know most, you know. I feel the most confident in this industry. And of course, right, also doing like social media stuff. I have grown way more confident also in that regard too. You know, I was for those that don't know, I actually went to, what was it? Yeah, I went to SC Village this past Saturday. Tactical League hosted their Vietnam event. I posted on my personal IG and everything. It was fun, dude. It was a blast. I loved that event. That was so cool, right? It was cool seeing Michael again from Tactical League. We were catching up on stuff, and no, it was a really, really cool event. That was the first time, no bullshit. That was the first time that I had that many people come up to me and be like, "Oh, what's up? It's you guy from Gia." Like I had that happened quite often, quite frequently at SC, and I was very happy about it. I was like, "Oh, okay, it's finally starting to work." You know, it's our efforts on trying to get people to be a little more familiar with me, more comfortable with me being on camera is actually starting to work a little bit. I still know that I am indeed, you know, I feel weird breaking it. I definitely know that I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I'll say that. I definitely know I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but it definitely felt good to be like, oh, like someone's like recognizing like the work that I do. It felt nice to be recognized and appreciated. You know, it definitely felt nice to do that. But we all do that because we fucking love Airsoft, man. We all do it because we love Airsoft, and we've had a lot of dedication, not just to Airsoft GI, but also the Airsoft community. And I think it really ultimately does show. It ultimately does show. I have a really good core team that we've been able to work through anything that's been thrown at us. And I do think that because we have the support of you guys, and hopefully the continued support of you guys, and more support from other newer players, newer shoppers, that we will eventually be able to go ahead and ride this out as well. This is something that we could potentially ride out as well. But ultimately, yeah, it is going to require everyone's support. All right, scrolling through. But that's a great question, Adrian. That was actually a good question. Hoping that with these trade tariffs, it influences many manufacturers inside the states to step up their game for the people. Probably not, Adrian Brown, though, if I'm being real, because even if we do, it's going to be way too expensive. Seriously, we are way too expensive, bro. It's probably not going to happen, dude. My RPG lovers, my go-to store for dumb airsoft. Dude, I don't know if, actually, you know what? I'm going to show it off. I don't know if you showed it off in the Discord yet, but I'm gonna show this off right now. This was cool. I really like this. It's like it's ridiculous, but I love how ridiculous it is, right? So I posted this earlier in the look at that. I posted this earlier on our IG. That is definitely something. You know what I mean? Like this, obviously, yes, this is a very roundabout way of just making an AR out of an AAP-01. You know, you could have just gotten an AR, but I mean, at the same time, though, you can literally say, "Oh yeah, it's my pistol," and no one can argue with you. It literally is just a pistol, right? It literally is just a pistol. Just a pistol, bro. Like, it's so funny. Like, when he brought, I'm not lying, guys. When he brought this out into the storefront, I was like, what the fuck? What unholy machination hast thou brought upon me? This is God had no hand in designing this, bro. God had absolutely nothing to do with this abomination that sits in front of me. But it's still, honestly, despite that, it's still fucking cool. I've seen him build this thing piece by piece. This shit is hilarious, bro. This shit is so funny. I do appreciate, too, by the way, that we are your go-to for all those ridiculousness. AJ, no, because USA isn't self-sufficient enough. We've been relying on other countries for stuff. For too long, it hurts us in the long run. Any way you look at it, yeah. Glad I managed to scoop a deal before this trade stuff hits. Got a bargain minigun for 150. Hey, nice. I'm not gonna be making BB words Ronald. Ah, fuck, damn it, Ronald. Damn, I was really hoping you could show up. You know what, Ron the Don, you have nothing but my respects. Thank you for letting me know ahead of time. Fuck, man, that really sucks. Take care of whatever you got to take care of, bro. Take care of what you got to take care of. You know, obviously, that life comes first. But, man, I'm not going to lie. You will be surely missed at BB Wars. I'm gonna miss you, man. I'm going to miss you. Okay, Paris 55. For nobody's going to want to shell out for a beginner loan that could have been bought for $200 and then got paid $400. That's true. That's what we were saying, DJ. There's a lot of stuff that like our plan ultimately is to try to eat the cost when we can for a lot of items, a lot of items, especially beginner stuff, because we're gonna try that's the plan, is to try to help out as many people as we can, by even if it means taking like items at a loss. Sometimes if it means that we're going to be able to get newer players at least started, right, just to help them out, like, we're going to try. We're going to do everything in our power to try to do it. We don't want to turn into, cause a lot of people are going to think, oh, it's just for all profits. Like, no, it's literally just because that's how much things cost now, right, with everything going on. This is what happens, right? But we're trying, man. Like, believe us when we say we are fucking trying here. Like, it is so fucking difficult to do this, but like we're doing everything in our power to try to make Airsoft as accessible. That's always been our thing, to make Airsoft accessible for everybody, for anyone, and for everyone, right? If that hasn't been at the very least my personal goal, right? During my time, how long has it been? 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, in my 8 years of employment with GI, if that hasn't been my ultimate goal, right, is to get people into the hobby, I don't know what is, right? To make it easy, to make it simple, to make it fun to get into this hobby, right? And to not feel like you're sacrificing an arm and a leg, right? Obviously, a lot of the higher end stuff, like, yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But I mean, fuck, man, we're trying here. Scrolling. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Are you gonna carry the Maximus? Kiss, saw it on Insta. Happy Ghost Ninja. We might. It's probably gonna be at some point later on down the line. We probably will. Probably. I don't think we're gonna be carrying it anytime soon. But hopefully soon we can. By the way, Happy Ghost Ninja. We started working on it like last week on your scar. I think we're like waiting for 1 or 2 more parts, and we should be good if I'm not mistaken. I remember it being taken last week. We had to get a new tech to work on it. But yeah, he's currently actively working on it, if I'm not mistaken. That was the last thing I heard about it. Epic fail. Do you carry the TM AKM GBB mags? No, unfortunately. The only TM AK or like GBB mags that we have, I believe, are going to be for the Type 89 and for the original M4 MWS. Those are going to be the ones that we carry. That's thank you, Mr. Savage. That's facts. Airsoft, I got the best price around. Anywhere else you can get a bag for 30 for $15. That's steal. That's true. That isn't true. Marine 689. How do I get in on this giveaway? I'm glad you asked, sir. I am very, very happy you asked. I will leave a link to the rules of the live stream into the live chat for you to take a look at and read for yourself. But in a nutshell, all you got to do is place a $20 or greater order, and you are automatically entered. We are only counting orders placed from last week Tuesday till this week Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is the only time frame that we're looking at for qualifying orders. It needs to be a $20 or greater order. Anything less than that, you will not be entered into the giveaway. What? My God, MWS mags, they do exist, dude. That's like seeing a fucking unicorn, bro. I'm convinced them shits just didn't exist, and then I see them. It's funny. I see the listing for them from our distributor site, right, to be able to bring them in, and I'm just like, bruh, it's real. It's real. And it does exist. I feel you 100% on that, dude. I was so excited when I got that. Not even for me. I don't have an MWS. I was just excited for everyone that does own an MWS because I was like, oh, sick. Right? They can finally get one. They can finally get one. I just wanted to know you guys unfortunately would not let me open an account. I feel like I missed out on something. Marine 689. Just it would not let me open an account. It would not let you open an account. I'm not too sure what that means. Open an account. DM us directly, and we could see what might be going on there. We might be able to answer your question. Where's my hot pink Cthulhu? Did you guys see how High Kappa slide releases that have a screw on the one side so it doesn't fall out? DC Airsoft, you DM us and ask for that specifically so that I can look. I don't think we have an individual listing for it on our site, but there might be one boneyard. There might be one boneyard. Maybe. We've worked on so many high kappas, you know. Angel knows, hey, what's going on? Is there going on tonight? Angel, no, there is not. Not tonight. Not tonight. It's going to be Thursday. Yeah. Put in a will call order for my Saga SBS with the IDP drum mag kit along with the muzzle brake. Yeah, if you did, when did you place that will call order? I don't remember. If you placed it with me, then I'm sure it's probably ready by this point, if you didn't get the email for it. But if you just put it in tonight, I mean, hey, you got those extra entries, baby. You got those extra entries because every $50 gets you 2 chances of winning, and every order for a BB Wars ticket gets you 4 entries. Like I've been saying, it's right there. It's right there on the promotion. Right there. Right there. You see, I'm not spazzing out, I swear. All right, let's keep going on. We're fighting on to save our customers. Yes, and more VFC products coming. MGC4, MWS, etc. And make it. I will still buy a ticket. Ronald, you do not have to do that. You do not have to do that, bro. Ron the Don. Seriously, you've done so much already for us. Like I would feel bad if that's the case. I would feel bad if that's the case. You do not have to do that, man. I that seriously means like a lot to us, but I get it, bro. I get it. Like you do not. This man, Ron the Don, Ronald Hoover. This man has been responsible for making sure that we have giveaways going on Thursday. Normally we'd have like 2 prerequisites going. We'd have to have a minimum of like 10 orders placed from when we start the stream to when the deadline approaches, right? So that way we can, be able to do it. We'd have to be able to qualify to do a giveaway that night. This man has put in plenty of orders during that time frame to help everyone else out. Ron, you do not have to do that, my man. You do not have to do that. Garland, what's up, bro? What's going on, dude? By the way, Garland, I finally figured out what I can do for your mystery box, bro, for your prize. Garland is the previous winner of he was not the last week's, because obviously we postponed, but the week beforehand. But I was finally able to go ahead and figure out what to do, because honestly, yours stumped me like crazy. I could not for the life of me figure out what I could do for you. I genuinely was like, fuck, what do I do? But I think I figured it out. I'm gonna leave it as a surprise though. I think you'll like it. I think you're gonna like it. RB lives. Pick Rebels. I will carry your spirit in battle. I know I don't, but I like to support Ronald. Thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. You do not have to do that. So the fact that you are doing it means you absolutely worth it. Guys, you do not have to do that. You do not have to do that. That is for something that will be supporting This is just going on for the party. Is this due to the Noah Hendricks? Welcome to the party, bruh. That is definitely regarding the increase in price for things, absolutely. Because we are already starting to see it. It is pretty difficult, and it's going to get even more difficult for both the consumer and also for anyone doing business in Airsoft, right? It's going to suck that they're going to have to increase the prices, which is why we're, like Bossman was saying, right, that we are fighting to save our customers with better pricing. We're doing everything that we can to try to save, customers from having to spend extra money, even if it means that we have to bite the cost on some items. Fuck, man, like if this is what we got to do to let people know that we're here to support the community and that we're here to help everyone out, right? To let people know that we're taking this stand, that we're taking this absolutely seriously, and that we don't want to have to continue to, or I guess not to, like, to add on to the burden, right, of everything else already being expensive. Everyone is like, this is kind of what Bossman and I have kind of come into an agreement on, that like Airsoft is a release for a lot of people. Whether you're playing Airsoft, teching on Airsoft, collecting Airsoft, whatever it might be, whatever facet of Airsoft you fall under, it is a release for everyone here. Like, it's a release for me. I love collecting vintage gear. I love collecting different loadouts. I love playing with guns. I love playing Milsim events, right? I love throwing myself to the wolves even, and sometimes just doing indoor games, right? And just getting my absolute, like, shit knocked out of me, I love getting my ass kicked like that, bro. Like, it's a learning experience. It is a learning experience. And I always get tacos after. It's always very fun. I love hanging with the homies. And I love airsofting, most especially with my friends. I love airsofting with my friends. And I love making new friends, right? I still do that even to this day, where I'll go out and play. And next thing I know, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm buddies with this guy. Like, I never knew him beforehand. Maybe on everything else, we disagree on everything. But for Airsoft, we're best friends. You know what I mean? Like, that's magical, man. You can't get that a lot these days. That is a rare thing to be able to pick up and find. And Airsoft has given me that, and I want that to be shared amongst everyone. I want everyone to be able to have that moment where they can talk to the buddy next to them in the middle of a firefight, right? And there's next thing they're working with each other, right? All right, well, I'm going to cover you. You're going to support me. We're going to take this objective, right? And you just get shit done. Or you get the absolute snot knocked out of you, right? You and your buddy. But as you're walking back to the dead box, you're like, oh, that was fucking fun. That was cool. It was stupid, but hey, you know what? It was pretty funny. You just laugh about it, and you become best friends, right? You become absolute best friends after. I just got a new car, don't I? Don't I know? Dude, Mish? Yeah, seriously, I feel that, bro. What'd you get, Mish? I'm actually curious. What you riding now? What you driving, bro? What you driving now? I'm curious. I have a $420 lineup. Nice. 1,000 enters new 400. God, I want my LMG low jacket, bro. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Oh, I'm gonna hook you with something good. Do you have a guess on how much prices will go up? Drexen, not entirely. We know how much we know how much tariffs are going to be, right? But how much that ultimately be on the price, like which product specifically on everything. I mean, we know ultimately it's like together it's going to be like a 60% increase. 60% increase specifically on Chinese products, but again, obviously nothing is 100% set in stone, even though it does seem more than likely that it's going to happen. Yeah. But again, like we've been saying, we're going to try what we can to try to like keep those prices from being lower. We're doing, and I mean literally anything and everything we can to try to help you guys out. That's like, I'm not even joking. Like it's pretty serious, man. It is pretty serious. Adrian Brown, have you seen IWA's mortar system with the airburst shells? It's insane. I have seen a little bit about this, actually. I have seen a little bit about it. I didn't know it was IWA. I didn't know it was IWA that was doing it, but that's interesting. That's interesting. That was very, very interesting. I'm just going to bite the bullet, and this Thursday buy the TN Mark 46 Mark. 10% off with the tariffs coming. Not going to find it cheaper. Is it discounted right now? Hold on. You know what? You're going to get yourself a TM Mark 46. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking love that gun. That's like one of my favorite guns ever, dude. Out of all the NGRS guns that exist out there, and I have one. I have an M4 NGRS. I want this one. This is like my dream gun to own because it's everything I want in a 249. Right? It's already there, out the box. Obviously, the only thing is like, yeah, it's a little bit lower on the FPS, but who fucking cares? Who cares, bro? I don't give a fuck. If anything, the fact that it's shooting lower on the FPS, I can bring it indoors. I can bring it CQB. It shoots real low. Why not? It's a CQB gun, right? It shoots less than your, some high kappas. So absolutely, I would bring this to a CQB oriented field. 100%, no question, no question. This thing looks so fucking cool. And from what I remember, parts are starting to come out for it because it is a bit proprietary. But again, I don't care if it's good. I don't care about proprietary if it's solid, if it's good, right? If it's made well. And obviously it is, right? I've featured this guy in reviews before. I featured this guy in main YouTube videos. And this thing fucking slaps. It's so cool. It's so freaking sick, dude. I love this thing so much. I absolutely do. Here, just so you can see how cool this shit is, right? Look at this. I'm going to play a little video for y'all. I'm going to play a little video that I did a while back. Ain't no holler back. This thing is a kit. You got to put this together. And a gun bag. I love this thing. So freaking sick. Oh, so cool. I fucking love showing that thing off. I became addicted to shooting that thing when we had our sample model. Not really sample. We had one brought in so we could show off to people, right? It wasn't really a sample model, but we had one brought in so we could show it off. I became addicted to that shit. Every time I would find an excuse to show it off in a video because I was in love with that gun, right? It's so cool. It's so cool. I love that thing so much. So I would say, yeah, before all the TM shit goes up in price, there would be the time to do it. It would be the time to do it. That's a crazy AOP build. What the hell? Yeah, dude, it is absolutely insane. I got kids I'm trying to stay young for and have brought a couple of dads into the sport with me as well. It's my gym. Which, by the way, real well, I met some buddies, too, when I went to the Vietnam event that apparently were regulars at Warp Tops. So I'm kind of tempted, now even more so now than ever, now that I know several people, to go to Warp Tops again. I'll hit you up if I go, when I go, because I still haven't been to Warp Tops yet. I still have not been, so I'm very much looking forward to being able to go and play there, hopefully soon. Oh man, I was thirsty. Woo! I saw your post. Vietnam was fun. Thought your boomer self was thought your boomer self was having nostalgia again, dude. That's what's up. Dude. I'm the youngest looking 80-year-old, bro. I'm the youngest looking 80-year-old on the planet, man. Yeah, dude. Vietnam was fun, bro. Hey, remember when the trees were speaking Vietnamese? That shit was tight. No, I'm not having flashbacks with it. Yeah, and that's right, Victor. My boy Victor's in the chat too. He won. What I really liked about Tactical League and what they've done. I've been talking to them too. I'm trying to convince them ever since the event because I don't know, they were super happy that I showed which I was very flattered about. Michael, if you're listening, I know you're probably not. You don't watch these, but again, you did a really, really good job. If anyone knows Michael from Tactical League, or anyone knows anybody specifically in Tactical League that works with them, works in that group, let them know they did a really good job with the Vietnam event. But we want to see more. We want to see more of them, more Vietnam events. We want to see a World War II event. Now that's what I'm talking about, baby. I really want, and I told him too. Have you ever? I literally asked him on social media. I DM'd him. And I was like, have you ever thought about doing a World War II, themed event? And he's like, yes, we have thought about it. We definitely would want to try to do like a Normandy style event, but it'd be a matter of finding a field that would work for it. He said the Vietnam event was actually a lot easier to do than initially like anticipated, because SC's map in Vietnam, literally, it was so green. Like when I went to that map, I've seen it before where it was like all brown, kind of like dried up. It was nice and lush, right? I believe they just got rain not too long ago as well, so they've been seeing a lot of greenery. It was very, very green. It straight up looked like a jungle at some points, right? Even like in the ditches, right, when we're going through the ravines. Oh, bro, there were some parts that were still flooded with water. It was cool, right? I was like, some of my boots, when I would step into it, I'd be like boot deep in the water, right? But that's the immersion. Or the mud, bro, the mud. They even had to say like no more going into the ravine during the second game, because apparently they had found a snake. They didn't know what type of snake it was, but they weren't gonna risk it in case it was a rattler. So yeah, no. So, I mean, hey, just like Nam, baby, just like Nam, the fucking snake's calling up your boots, Alvin 11, thank you, G. I finally got to pick up the new MDS mags. Thank you guys for restocking. I've been hurting for them for months. I picked up 3, and I have a total of 7 now. Hey, Alvin 11, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad you were able to go out and get your mags, bro. I'm glad you were able to get your mags. But that's right, Victor. He was able to go out and pull through with one of the raffles they did. They did like several raffles for a bunch of guns, but they did one exclusive raffle if you showed up to the event in actual kit, or at the very least close to it, right? An actual kit. So myself and a few other guys, we went on the US side. Victor was in one of them as well. I went obviously sort of trying to go for that like sort of McAfee Sog appearance with the Tiger Stripe. A couple guys did as well. Some guys actually did more along the lines of like your standard infantry or Marines. They showed up right in like the green fatigues, the M1 helmets, with the camo netting as well. It was cool. It was absolutely sick. It was such a vibe too. Seeing like a bunch of people rocking with like M16s, even like old Thompsons, right? XM1. I was like oddly enough, I think I was like one of a few guys that actually pulled through with an XM177. I don't think I was the only one, but I didn't see too many XM177s. I saw more regular M16s, right? Which still cool. But I felt so badass with my XM177, AKs as well. I saw a few of those. There was like one guy that had pulled through for Viet Cong, and he actually was wearing the actual pajamas. I know they're not pajamas, but he was wearing the actual pajamas with the rice hat and everything. Like, he had a legit Viet Cong kit. That shit was cool, right? So if you showed up in actual kit, right, you would be allowed to partake in this raffle. So they would have to judge you like, all right, what are you wearing? All right, cool, you can do that, right? So I got to partake in that, and Victor fucking won. He won a PTS Zev Technologies Ed Brown 1911. That shit was cool. It's cool, man. It's a good pistol, and he won that shit. So good job, Victor, on the poll on that one. Now you have even more airsoft guns. When you gonna buy a car, huh? But I'm hoping that they can do a World War II event, because I just got myself some leg gaiters. I have some pretty passable footwear for the Dockers that they wore back in the day. I have my Thompson. I got my BAR. I got my M1 helmet. And I even have the pistol belt. Honestly, I am pretty content with rocking it as is right now with what I got. Yeah, I really want to go play with my World War II kit now. I really do. I really, really do. I'm thinking, though, of upgrading the Thompson. That's the one. I kind of want to upgrade that Thompson. Well, there's other images down as well. Deep Cisco. What the fuck? Cisco hauling of technology has come along. What the fuck? Deep fake Cisco. You know how expensive that would be? That'd be way hard to do. And, like, none of us know how to use AI technology like that. None of us know how to do it. That's a whole new frontier to us. That would be so hard to deep fake them that well. Like, that'd be way more expensive than just fucking, you know what I mean? Like, that's so much harder than just, like, seriously, that would be so difficult to do. I can say life is with what you make of it. Stay active as long as you can, as you are able. True. That's why I'm trying to be active now. I don't want. I'm getting lazy, right? I feel it in my bones where I just want to sleep more often, more than anything. But I know that in my heart of hearts, I need to keep going to the gym after I stream, keep working out, stay active as long as I possibly can. Because when I'm older, I'm going to appreciate the care that I put into myself now. Then I'm trying to make up for not taking care of myself at all, right? Even Cisco, dude. Cisco has been putting in work. Cisco's been putting in work to try to stay healthier right now. He's done a really good job. He has a few more steps that he needs to take in order to really see his goal ultimately met. But he's been on it, man. If you follow him on IG, he chronicles his fitness journey right now, and he's been working nonstop. He's been working out nonstop for the last couple days. I think he'll try to take maybe one break day every so often, but generally speaking, it's not something that he normally does. He works out almost every single day for a good while too. He's been consistent, and that's something that's tough, man. That's something that's really, really difficult to do. All right, guys, I see we're at 40 congruent viewers. Appreciate all 40 of you. If you guys can, make sure to go and leave a like on this live stream. Let me know that you guys want me to continue with these streams, putting out all this stuff out there for you guys. And again, if you want to get those extra entries into this week's live stream giveaway, you see the promotions right there. Every $50 gets you 2 entries into the giveaway. And if you order yourself a BB Wars ticket right now, you'll be getting yourself 4 entries into the giveaway. So don't waste the opportunities, especially with the increase in price points very, very soon. We're actually already starting to see prices increase on some things. Make sure to go in and snag what you're hoping for now before it's too late and they end up skyrocketing in price. Hopefully we can try to avoid it. We're going to do what we can, but again, it is an eventuality, you know? I've seen him at the store. He is indeed alive and not an AI robot. Why'd you say it like that? Why'd you gotta say it like that? Kept my properties right. If I have a car and community, I can play Airsoft. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of this. Yeah, Bravo Team Grizzly. I've heard of the same here in the UK. To buy replicas, we need a license called a UKARA, whatever it's called. You can buy airsoft guns without, but they are painted in 2 colors. Is this the case? No. As long as you're 18 years or older, you can pretty much buy any airsoft gun you want. As long as you're 18 years or older and can show proof. That's pretty much about it, right? Or if you're a minor, you have to be accompanied by a parent or legal guardian. That way they can sign off for you. That's like the ultimate thing at the end of the day. But as long as you're 18, you can buy anything you want. 31, been busier than I have. Oh, you're 31, Mish? We're not that far off. I'm 29. We are not that far off in age, my friend. We're not that far off in age. GBR for flex. In my opinion, GBR for flexing, AEG for winning. Anyone else agree? You just triggered every GBR user. Mr. Savage 17. You just triggered every GBR user. They will tell you. And don't get me wrong, there are benefits to going with GBRs. Depending on which platform you have, you actually can really cheese it and get some crazy range. We've done a video before where we've shown off that an AEG with the same length like barrel setup, we swapped that out an MGC4 with a unicorn bucking in barrel, right? We swapped that out and compared it to a stock Tokyo Marui MWS with the same unicorn barrel length and bore, and the gas one shot further. Obviously, it had its limitations, of course, but if you look up that video, it's still on our YouTube channel. I think we filmed it 2 years ago, somewhere in that time frame we filmed it. It's a great video. It was actually Cisco, Boaz, and myself. All of us were on camera. It was a very fun project to do. It was a very, very fun experiment. And gas actually performed very well. It actually had further range than the AEG. Obviously with limitations, of course. There were some few things here and there that we had to be acknowledged. But it's not entirely like a complete wipe when you go with AEGs. The biggest thing, obviously, that you have AEG wise compared to a GB is firepower, right? Just the sheer amount of rounds you have in your magazine compared to a GB, it's not even fair. That's the biggest thing, right? You have so much more rounds in your magazine compared to a GVR. We're talking at the lowest, like maybe a 90 round mid cap, right? 100 round mid cap, if that, right? Compared to what? A 30, 45 rounder M4 GB mag? Like, you know what I mean? Like, at some point or another, you kind of have to compare the two, right? So I would agree, AEGs, generally speaking, are more practical. But GBBs are really fun. And this is coming from an AEG guy. At the end of the day, I think I'm ultimately an AEG guy who does like a few GBBs. But I definitely lean more towards the AEG side. But again, I know that the AEGs aren't perfect. I know that there is definitely something that it's a platform that a lot of people can easily grow out of because it's just an AEG, right? At the end of the day, it's a glorified sewing machine, right? It doesn't offer that sort of feedback that a GBB does, right? It don't kick back like that. It just doesn't, right? So I totally understand why people have been making the switch to GBB. But just for me personally, I just really still like AEGs no matter what. I just think it's cool holding these guns, right? But that's just me. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Man-child, right here. I can totally see just raising the hand. Right here. Yep, that's me. Drinking that spicy water. I heard it was making me blush. I'm good at making people blush, I think. Epicfail, what suppressor do you think looks best in the Maruyama 5PC Pro BDW? I'll be honest, when it comes to suppressors and any sort of accessory, it really is a matter of individual preference. Now, I'm actually not even the biggest suppressor guy out there. For me, I'm going to say something kind of crazy. Hear me out. No, I misspelled that. How do I... I think it's this one. For me, I'd say something like this. It's a tracer unit, but I think this looks the best, in my opinion. Some form of thick, short, stubby, nice, black even, mock suppressor like this, or trace unit, something like this Spitfire diffuser, I think is the coolest. I think would be absolutely sick on something like that, right? I just think it would be cool. Right? Again, I'm kind of on Boaz on that, where I like small gun, big can, right? I like that sort of aesthetic right now. I like that aesthetic. James Martin, more F90 mags. I don't know if KWA wants to bring in more. I think it's up to them ultimately if they can bring in more. Starts a black market on KLI CO2 mags. Airsoft US still popular. The problem is that it is being suppressed by powers that be, not only media but politics. That's true, Darwin's Arbiter. Which, by the way, good to see you again, Darwin's Arbiter. Yeah, it's tough, man, because social media wise, it's hard to get anything out there regarding airsoft if you're not already really, really well established. And even then, you will notice that YouTube does do a lot of suppression on any sort of firearms content, and unfortunately, however you want to look at it, it lumps us in with them as well, even though at the end of the day we are selling toys. You are a toy. You're not the real Buzz Lightyear, you're an action figure. You are a child's plaything. I love that scene. I love Toy Story. I fucking love Toy Story. But that's how it feels, right? It's we are selling toys, replicas, not real, but again, what are you gonna do, right? What can we do at this point? I'm tired. Already been a long week. I feel you scrolling, and it's only Tuesday. That's the thing. It's only Tuesday. I feel that, bro. That's a mood right there. I think I can say at this point, airsoft is my life. Same. Literally, I work airsoft. I bring work home with me. I do it for fun, right? I didn't have to go to SC Village for that Vietnam event, right? I did that because I wanted to. I did that because that looked right up my alley. I've been wanting to do a Vietnam airsoft event. Shout out to my boy Nick Wah, Slow Soft, on IG. He actually pulled through as well. Been friends for 15 years. He pulled through. This MFer though, he forgot to buy his ticket for US side, so he was too late. So he had to buy Viet Cong ticket instead. But man, it was good playing with him. I hadn't seen him in such a long ass time, and it was cool to finally play with him again and to see him come out. It was just a grand old time. I don't know. It just kind of felt like it. How do I describe it? I think it's because it was a themed event too, that it was so different from what I'm used to seeing, right? It felt like such an immersive experience, right? Just the setting, the fact that everyone was still, like, a good amount of people were still actually trying to be in kit and quote unquote in character, more or less, a little bit of LARPing going on. Like, it just felt cool, man. Like, it just kind of like got this thing going. Now all I want to do now is historic kits. You know, now all I want to do is historic kits and historic loadouts and just play with the same sort of people, right? Make sure I'm not missing anything. Scrolling down because I know there's gonna be a ton more. And holy shit, there was a ton more. Can you? What the fuck, Casper? what kind of question is that? Can you debone a wing in one go? If it's a drumlet and not a flat, the flat's probably not. But a drumlet, yeah, I could probably, yeah. I think I've done it before. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it on a drumlet. Hey, Isaias, who answers the char questions on the Airsoft GI site? You mean the live chat? Live chat questions. It's split amongst all of us. So sometimes I'll do it. Sometimes my boy Whiskey will do it. It's usually shared amongst a lot of us. Again, it just depends on what time of day or even the day itself or our schedules. But I'll usually help out quite a bit on there generally. Steve Jew, yo, was it sort of? Hey, what's going on, man? Good to have you. See, you made it, bro. Welcome to the party, pal. You made it to the live stream, brother. You made it to the live stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here as well. Did you eat corn? Do you eat corn? No, what the fuck kind of question is that? I know, I do not eat corn the long way. What is this question? What is going on here? No, I did. Oh my God, Mr. Savage 710. I apologies. I completely didn't understand your game, bro. I'm so sorry about that. I'm very sorry for all that. Good to see the gang is all here. Yeah, buddy. Brewer! What's going on, man? Good to have you here as well. Yeah, Daddy Brewer's home. Absolutely. Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah. Good to have everyone here. Small pistol, foot-long cat. Yeah, dude. Tiny gun, big cat. The biggest example. Okay, you know why I like it so much? VG1X? Did I get it right? No, okay. VGS. I can never get the name right. There we go. This is why I like it so much. Look at this. Right? Little gun. Big can. This picture does not do justice to how massive this mock suppressor is. This thing is huge. It's so big. I love the way that this gun looks. Like, I think it looks so cool. It's already a cool gun, right, without it, but with, like, this is my favorite Vorst gun of all time. This is my absolute favorite Vorst gun of all time. They did a bang up job with this, so much so that I really want to buy one. I really want to buy one. You want to talk about a big can on a small gun, bro? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Epic fail. That's what I'm talking about. VMP1X, right? The VGS1X. Oh, dude, fucking sick. It looks awesome. It looks so freaking cool. In my opinion, the AG makes the sport affordable and accessible for people who are drawn to the realism or simulating firearms. GVR is more satisfying experience. No, absolutely, absolutely it is. GVRs is, and I'll say this too. I'll even acknowledge it too. GVR is the most fun you will have in Airsoft ever. It's the most fun you will have shooting an Airsoft gun, right? Obviously, before it comes time to cleaning and maintaining this, right? It's not that bad for every single one of them, but it can be annoying, right? And you're right. It definitely makes the sport affordable and accessible. And I think that's another tip we can pull away from that. Tying back to our topic for tonight, looking to save on Airsoft, right? What are some things you can do to save on Airsoft? I think as a beginner, you know, if it wasn't already obvious, as cool as GVRs are, to help you save, and make it easier for you to get into the hobby, starting with an AEG as your first primary is always going to be the way to go. Usually what I tell people too is to try to buy in bulk when they first get into it as well on the essentials. Batteries, chargers, magazines as well. I think buying those all together all at once definitely makes it easier for you in the long run compared to like, oh, now you got to spend money here, now you got to spend money this time. You know what I mean? It's like more of a price or a more significant price tag up front. But the upside is that now you don't have to worry about the stuff again. You don't have to worry about spending money every single time you come to the shop. And then be like, oh, I need this, right? In my opinion, that's a pretty good trick, honestly. Small man began. I like that. What are we bullshitting about, bro? We were talking about the how recent events, unfortunately, are causing airsoft goods and basically every goods from overseas to increase in price point. So we're trying to find ways. I'm trying to offer advice to everyone in the live chat right now on ways to save on airsoft. Can I Burt the M249 at the shop? Casper? No, not that one. That's too expensive. If you have your own 249 though, you're welcome to go ahead and shoot it there. A kill with a Levar 15 lever action is a mood. That's true. A kill. I'll say this: a kill with any unique gun is absolutely like ecstatic, right? You get a kill on someone that is with a gun that is unconventional, unorthodox, strange, even unfamiliar, if you will. It's got to be like one of the most satisfying things you can possibly do. Right? It's got to be one of the absolute most, like, exhilarating moments that you'll have in airsoft. Because here's this gun that, like, everybody was shit-talking, right? Everybody was saying, like, oh, it's weird, it's different. And then here you are, stacking bodies with said gun. Who's laughing now, huh? Who's laughing now, Grandpa? Right? I got a kill on you, and you're dead now. With a gun that you said was bullshit, and it's not now. It's cool, all right. It's cool. Sorry, I let the demons escape me for a little bit. I'm in control again. I'm not gonna let that happen again. I apologize. That's the old me. All right. What the fuck is this? I got a notification from Skype. What is this? There we go. Let's see. Boss Van wants to go ahead and chime in. Give me 1 second here. Where's my Discord at? There we go. All right, where is he? No, that's not him. Is this? I think this is him. Yeah. This should be it. Come on. Alright, giving Bossman a call. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yo.
What's up? Oh, I think you muted yourself. You're good. You can keep talking.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, I'm stuck in traffic. I just left.
Gotcha.
The office. Okay, so I have seen people asking like, so what's gonna happen with the tariff and all that kind of bullshit? Well, number one, I'm gonna report to you guys. So far, Umarex, a Taurus already have price hike, and we'll need to adjust the prices. Umarex, like for example, like the eye trace stuff, Elite Force stuff you guys already know.
Yeah.
And now there's gonna be another round of adjustment coming on top of that, and we'll see what happens. From other importers, I'm not sure yet because, like, for example, like G&G is from Taiwan, KW is from Taiwan, and they were kind of like the unfortunate bystander that got shot by the shotgun, by Trump.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna try to get political, so I'm not even gonna mention Trump again. This is the last time I'm gonna do it. So, anyways, we are gonna try to work with everybody to minimize the pain. Okay, that's including Lancer, and so far Lancer is the closest one to play nice, very nice, in fact. and some of the price will not change. Some may. I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Sure.
Oh, by the way, all this is encompass everything. Okay, guys. Prices going up are like gear, BBs, accessories, everything. Okay, and it's not just from Airsoft GI. I'm pretty sure, our competitors will and whatnot. But if you guys are looking for cheap airsoft guns and you're trying to buy overseas, your time is running out too.
Yeah. I mean, there's already issues with ordering overseas anyway.
Yeah. So with the no fun part, I'm just gonna leave it like that. So now I'm gonna tell you the exciting parts.
Oh, all right.
We'll have new GBB AK coming in, not just the Will AK-12s, not just the Will PPK-19s. We will have full AKs coming. Licensed ones too. Okay? Licensed one. And I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Okay.
And from a very good manufacturer. Okay? From a very good manufacturer. And that manufacturer already, you guys can already see some of the stuff that they're making have creep into our website. Smart people may have known, may probably figure out who it is already, but don't tell nobody.
I ain't saying shit.
And then they're also famous of, you guys are crying in our top 3 best GBB in top 3 best GBB. You know how we mentioned the MWS, we mentioned the VFC, and then the KOI SR4, right? And a whole bunch of people is crying for that name. Where is that CC, 3-letter words, They will have improved. I want to call it the ATF safe.
Okay. ATF free.
Somewhat, well, they're gonna try to make something like that. So that's a good news, right, guys? And then whatever their Stark Arms P320s, whole bunch of other stuff. Fuck, I literally let the name out of the bag, I guess.
Oh fuck! Nobody heard anything.
Yeah, but we're working hard at it. And I believe Guns Modified stuff is on the way too. It's very unfortunate, the price. It is kind of crazy, but Guns Modified NWS is pretty good. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you guys want those Tokyo Marine stuff on the website, you better get it soon too, because don't forget that terror shotgun hit Japan also.
Yeah, no, it hit everyone, unfortunately. So that's what I'm telling everyone too. Like even magazines, everything. Just get that shit now. Seriously, before it was already expensive. Let's be real. Now it's gonna get even more expensive. You're probably gonna. I have a guy that literally is like gonna get the Mark 46 Mod 0 like either today or Thursday, just because again that price is, knowing that it's gonna go up. Yeah, I think people are gonna start hopping on it.
Yeah, so we're fighting. We're trying very hard to get, maybe the manufacturer not try to hurt the market. I mean, they're not hurting. They're it's not their fault.
No, it's definitely not their fault. They didn't decide this. They're a business. At the end of the day, they got to do what they got to do to make money, right? Like, I don't blame them. It's not their fault at all. It's not our fault either. It's we all know what it is. We're not gonna get political. We're not gonna get into it. But I mean, we all know what it is.
Dude. Especially the 4-letter armies with the red caps. They get mad. And I am a Republican gold card holder. Okay.
You have cards?
Yeah, when I used to donate $5,000 to here, $5,000 to there, to all this controllers, shit like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're just doing best we can do right now. And to be honest with you guys, it's not blaming anyone. You guys gotta understand, we need to do whatever we need to do to stay happy. And hobby, I have many different hobbies. I have airsoft when I was growing up, and now like if I can, I'll still try to go play like golf. I do my fish keeping, and by the way, one of my trophy fish died this morning. I'm kind of sad, but
I'm sorry about that.
But those are my hobbies, and hobby costs money, and it's very unfortunate now. We have to compete our spending with our other means, like for example, should I buy this dozen eggs or airsoft, right? Yeah. But you know what? Do whatever whatever that makes you happy.
Yeah, people need something to be happy about or to have some sort of hobby, because if you're spending your entire life just focusing on work and things you have to do, it's not going to feel like living at all. You need some type of release. You need some type of literally a hobby just to feel happy. And I think for most of us here, airsoft is it, right? Airsoft is our go-to hobby.
Yeah, so that's why let's focus on the happy stuff. That's why I'm telling you all this exciting stuff coming in. Prices, it's going to be slightly higher, but you cannot buy that. One good thing about the big old granddaddy did was, this is actually helping the American markets, though. Okay, there is no more. He waived the $800 in down package tariff. That's gonna help all the mom and pop shops. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's say if you buy something from Temu, or was it Shinlin or whatever?
Shein, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Like for example, if you buy something from JK Army for $100, they have to report $100. That means, oh, by the way, JK Army is located in China. Hong Kong is China. Taiwan is not China. Hong Kong is China, so JK Army is located in China. They're gonna get taxed 111%. So your $100 whatever airsoft product you bought, it's gonna cost you $211 before shipping. So don't make that mistake.
Yeah. Shipping's a whole other thing.
Yeah, I'm not trying to scare nobody. That's why we're trying hard to fill that hole that everyone's like, oh, I need to go buy this from JK Army because I cannot find it at the state, or I need to buy this from Hong Kong or whatever. That's why we're scrambling, try to find those things and get them in to satisfy all the customers. Okay, that's the big positive that I'm seeing coming out of all this. Okay, you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, we get it. I think most.
I'm stuck in traffic, so I'm rambling.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I think I'm looking at the chat right now. Yeah, people are like happy about that at the very least, and I think actually there was one thing that I did want to read off to you specifically that I saw. This is from Dark Tree. He wanted to let you know, hey boss man, if you see this, thank you for bringing all these new replicas to GI. I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say this. The new guns are badass and very competitive with the other guys. He puts in quotation marks. We all know who he's talking about.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, you guys want some juicy drama?
Am I gonna get in trouble for knowing this?
No, you won't. But this is something I saw it on our Discord. I would say maybe 24 to a little bit more than a day ago. Okay. Chef and whoever, they need to explain. People are talking shit about Lancer and all that kind of stuff. So the reason why I'm leaving so late today, because we had places to go to get shit done.
Yeah.
To bring good shit to you guys. So I had a chance to be in the same car with Lily. Is the COO for Lancer Tactical.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna share the juicy drama now, okay? You guys better listen, because you may only have today to listen to this fact, okay? This is the truth the hard fact because I asked her. So, dude, Reddit always talk about the Lancer imported the fake ANSI fucking goggles. Okay, she's like, no, all right, because I know the whole background of this story, so I have to share it with you. Back in 2013 or back in 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 12, whatever's. There is a very famous firm. You guys can actually Google it too if you guys can find it. It's called Continental Enterprise out of Indiana. Okay, they used to be. They're not even real lawyers. What they do is they try to hunt people down because in Indiana, this small ass fucking town out in the middle of nowhere or whatever's, they have this law. They say if there's any trademark violation or IP infringement of any sort, even if it's allegedly only, okay? Allegedly only, all right? You can actually arrest somebody and bring them to Indiana, all right? And that's what happened to Red Wolf Paul Chu and CEO from Isaias. They got caught. Even, I don't know if you guys know, German sports game, GSG, their boss got caught with this shit too. So back in the day, Cybergun, Umarax used them to eradicate a lot of bullshits that now we're suffering now. So they were using this lady's name, Darlene Seymour. Okay? Are you guys following me?
I'm following.
Sorry, this is a little. Just remember this name, okay? Continental Enterprise from Indiana. Go Google it. Go drop into your Gemini and see what you can find out, okay? They're supposed to be this IP fucking police out of Indiana because this law. So from 2011, 2013, 14, I actually stopped going to fucking SHOT Show because I was like, am I kind of high risk of getting caught too? Now fuck that. I don't want to go anymore.
Yeah.
So I stopped going to SHOT. And the funny thing is, Lancer started popping out around 2012, okay? 2012, oh, by the way, first generation Lancer Gen 1, the first batch were made from D-Boy. Then they moved to Cyma, just so you guys know, okay?
Yeah.
And that same old Cyma gun, still on EVIC's website, because now EVIC holds the right for Cyma. Now, it's going back to 2013. So what happened is, at that time, I don't know if you guys know that, you know how during the Afghan war and all that kind of bullshit, Revision were actually pretty hot, this goggle.
Yeah.
This company called Revisions.
I remember seeing
and
it
they later on sold to somebody and they stopped doing commercial stuff. Okay? But at that moment, there were Chinese knockoffs out there too. The Chinese knockoffs are actually NSI rated, but they knock off Revision look. Okay? And you know who Lily is. She doesn't know shit. She's just buying whatever that's, on AliExpress or hot. All right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Isaias?
Yeah.
You know that now.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course. I've known that.
So, she did not do her due diligence. However, the goggle is NSI rated. Okay? So she brought them in, she started selling it, and Darlene Seymour probably through her Googling or find her way and found this. Then she knew that because during SHOT Show, this type of arrest can shock people, can make people submit and give in and pay them whatever ransom they wanted to put on. Okay? So, Revision didn't even order this. Okay? Is Darlene Seymour, Continental Enterprise, went ahead and told Revisions, hey, we can do this service for you guys. Just give us a cut if you guys get some sort of settlement out of this.
Jeez.
Okay? So, during 2013 SHOT, she got arrested on Thursday. She didn't even get to see a lawyer till Monday. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not because ANSI violation or whatever, or they selling fake goggles. It's because this Darlene Seymour fake IP police got her.
Snitch.
Just like how Darlene Seymour got GSG's boss before, got ICS Airsoft boss before, got Red Wolf Airsoft boss before. You guys following me?
Oh yeah.
So because she got caught and they want to get money out of her. And obviously they sent out an article to Soldier System and claiming, oh, this shit is so fake, people's eyes gonna fall off if you get shot or whatever. No. Dude, after they got out, it got settled right away. It's pretty quick when they settled this, and it wasn't even that much money. So was it fake NSI? No. It was basically like an IP violation that they made it look like. Okay, so what exactly is lookalike? Isaiah, you kind of understand what a lookalike is, right?
It's gonna be basically a clone. It's a knockoff that looks
Exactly.
very, 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 very close to it.
Yeah. So you guys following my story now? Then go tell those Reddit people. It was never about an ANSI. It was about Darlene Seymour, Continental Enterprise, went after her. And Darlene Seymour went after her before on Umarek stuff too.
Oof.
And on us too. No, we all settled this. You know, that's how I knew this bitch.
Is she still around?
I don't know. I think the company is no longer around.
Good. Bunch of snitches, bro.
Yeah. So I don't know how this fucking 12 years old story still mattered to this day.
It's because a bunch of Redditors will like still circulate it, keep it going, and then of course other people hear it and they just want to add on to it. They'll just circle jerk in the form of shit talking. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. It's a rumor that he said, she said, they said, and by the time it reaches, someone else's ear, the story's completely different. That's all it really is at the end of the day. Someone was asking, what are the actual differences between the two goggles? If they're supposed to be lookalikes, is there even really a main difference?
No, it just one is a knockoff.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, RPG lovers. It's the same fucking thing. Just literally, just one's just didn't get permission to make the to look alike for it. It's a knockoff. It's literally just a knockoff. Yeah.
So it was never ANSI.
Yeah.
Okay. It's because Darlene Seymour needs to make a scene, make this shit somewhat. Because if this is a legit arrest or whatever, how the fuck she got out in over a week? Even that, she still stayed too long. And same thing happened to Echo 1 too. Darlene Seymour caused them to get thrown out of Shasho. Okay? So you guys understand now. You guys understand what type of person she is. And that's what happens.
Man, if I ever help out someone in store and I see that name, I know whose tires I'm slashing.
They actually during 2009 they actually have fake orders through our website, and they try to get us on that.
Oh like my that. God, Jesus!
Yeah. And we caught it.
What the fuck? That is so petty. Like that is so. Jesus. I mean, I get it. You're trying to make money, but damn, like you're really willing to do anything, drag someone's like whole reputation through the mud just to make a buck.
Is anyone talking about it or not really?
Yeah, people are saying Airsoft boss Karen. Reddit is an echo chamber of stupid. Darwin's Arbiter put the emoji for eating popcorn, like he's enjoying the drama. I mean, we still have 41 people that haven't left, so I'm assuming they're just listening in.
That's it. That's the end of the story. What do you guys think?
I mean, I knew that. I didn't think it was ever an ANSI thing because I'll be honest, I remember owning a pair of those goggles and playing with them. Like they worked. I think I still have them somewhere in my garage. Like I've never had an issue with the older like goggles, like the revision like clone that they made. I didn't have any sort of problem with any of their ANSI rated stuff. Obviously, as long as it's actual goggles and not like mesh. Obviously, right? That's a big thing. But I've never had that issue before, so I never understood where that came from. And then I found out later on through working at GI about like, oh yeah, they were arrested for making like replicas of this that didn't work, and I was like, but I own those goggles, and those goggles do work. So I never made sense to me, right? I figured it was a matter of just like, okay, maybe they just didn't do proper QC, maybe on the goggle, and they were just not as good material.
No, dude. And somebody go fucking fact check my ass. I guarantee you. I dare you guys. You guys can, if you guys can find her real name, go look at the arrest record. Who did it? Why it was? Even the arresting party has no idea because it was Indiana arrest warrant. You know, again, Darlene Seymour. Go Google her, throw her into Gemini AI, see what you can find. Okay, that's how crazy this shit is. Now, what was I gonna say? That's probably the end of the story. I hope you guys go debunk this kind of bullshit because it's 13 years ago. She paid her dues to Revision.
Yeah, there's no beef between.
Make her the wrong brand because other big brands wouldn't do the same thing too. If you guys are saying whoever pay like settlements before are bad, EVIC is bad, GI is bad, Megastore is bad, because we pay settlements to Umarax, to HNK, stuff like that. Okay, if we want to lump it like that, right? And then now they say that their Gen 1 is bad. Yeah, Gen 1 is very bad, right? Then can we say Simon is bad too then? Because they're the OEM.
Right.
Can we say that?
Some people would agree, and then other people would crucify you for saying that.
They were still talking about it because the name kind of sucked, right? Lancer Testicle is much easier to say. Like, I don't know what can you make fun of. Well, I guess APS is a piece of shit.
APS is always, okay. Yeah, I think that's well known at this point. APS is a piece of shit. That's exactly what it stands for.
Yeah, but APS has morphed into other brands. I don't know if you guys know that only. We'll get into that juicy topics later. So again, Lancer Gen 1, Sima, and T-Boy. Okay?
Same thing. It's going to be the same thing.
So anybody asking me anything, we'll open up and see if people are fucking going to talk shit.
I'll fact check that ass for sure, says Brewer. He says he's going to do that. I don't. Oh, I got a coworker who questioned my sanity for buying Lancer Aero goggles. Drexen is saying crazy levels of petty. RPG, the wildest thing is Revision did not instigate it.
Revision just got paid because Darlene Simon wants a fucking 10%.
The amount that people will fuck each other over just for a small percentage is astounding sometimes.
So let me see.
The only thing I dislike about Lancer Tactical is the logo looking like a derpy beluga whale. You're not the only one that said that, trust me. That was one of the biggest things when Lancer asked us for the MGC4 what looked cool on their stuff. We told them immediately, get that shit out of there. No more of that. So you have us to thank for no more beluga whales on their gun, at least the majority of their guns. I believe you.
Yeah, so
I remember Airsplat and what happened to them too.
Well, Airsplat one is a little stupid because at that time we knew don't fuck with Glock.
Yeah, that was the big one.
Like for example, KSC G19 used to be the hottest seller of the hottest seller of the hottest seller. Okay, and because Glock made a big fuss about it, KWA stopped importing it. KWA G18, G19, G17, they were the hottest fucking shit ever, okay? KWA used to make those kind of stuff. KWA was KSC. Well, KSC is KWA, well, whatever. KSC is just a name for the Japanese company that OEM with KWA. You ever own a KSC Glock 17?
Not a Glock 17 before. I have fired one and one of my homies who got me into airsoft actually owned one. That shit was cool.
Yeah. So, I don't know, but anyways, back to the happier time. That drama. So hopefully, you guys can remember the name Continental Enterprise, Darling Seymour Revisions. Okay, those are the main, and Lily Chen's. Those were the combatants. But it was never ANSI.
Jeez. Now I'm trying to find this person just so I know I can put like a hit list on this person.
No, there's no reason. She's a bitch. She's a girl. She's a lady.
I mean, that doesn't automatically equate to that. She's a snitch, right? She's a snitch. That's all it is. Snitches get stitches, man. At the end of the day, that's what it is. You know, you're trying to get all these people like harass their business just for a percentage. You know, I'm just saying, if the community knew what you look like, just saying, it might even the odds a little bit.
Yeah, but you know, so whoever that listened to this, just keep those in mind. It was never about NSI, and this is probably the last time we ever talk about this publicly.
She's not even a snitch, just a nosy Karen. Well, I mean, she snitched, though, to freaking Revision. That's the whole thing, man. That's the whole thing, right? She decided to act like a Karen at that point for a percentage. That's the thing that kills me. It's like, you're doing this for just a little bit of money, for 10%. Like, you're a fucking jerk.
Well, if the settlement is 100 grand, she gets 10 grand, you know?
Yeah, but is it
If
really worth being known as that person that ruined...
$5,000, she only get 500. That's why she needs to make a big fuss about it. Does that make sense?
I get it, but it's like, again, is it worth like being known as that person in the industry? You know what I mean? Or this person, you're well known for being a snitch.
Oh, she is well known in Airsoft back in the day for, yeah, like you say, a snitch. IP police. So everybody don't like her.
Oh, yeah.
And what was I gonna tell you? So yeah, that's about it. You guys can actually fact check this too. I believe Evic still sells that Lancer Gen 1 M4 on their website. Not cheap too. It's around 100 something. Yeah. Full polymer, even the barrel is polymer.
Oh god. Like polymer barrel too?
Yeah. Polymer outer barrel. No, that's how you know, that's why the gun was cheap.
Everything that could have been polymer basically was turned into polymer. Even things like the outer barrel. At least the Gen 2s have metal outer barrels, man. That's the very least.
Yeah, so just remember that. Huh? What happened?
Oh no, but RBG was saying Bossman has said the forbidden word. You said Evic on stream. That's kind of like it kind of became a no word to say on stream. You can't say the word Evic. So just the fact that he said it's hilarious. They do. He's seen it. Rusty is saying he knows exactly the model you're talking about.
Yeah, so you know, for those people continue talking shit, like if that gun is that bad, why is this fool still selling it?
Yeah, seriously.
Right?
Enough for their content creators to like shit talk like LT as a brand, but then immediately just continue to sell SEMA or continue to sell freaking Specna arms, right? And it's like, okay, you look stupid right now, but sure, continue.
Yeah, but anyways, whatever. Let's move on to happier stuff. Like I said, the new products, right? Do you see the new colorations of the LTX competition?
Yeah, I saw that. You posted that on Discord. I am not happy about all the colors, but I think some of them do look cool. The one person said one of them looked like a Starburst. He's kind of right.
Yeah, you know.
I'm showing it off on stream so everyone can see it. That just straight up looks like a Starburst candy to me.
That wasn't we were gonna do okay. That gun is inspired by a famous person right now.
Iron Man?
He's famous for having orange-ish hair.
Okay. I saw in the Discord someone put a picture of Iron Man, and I thought, wait, Iron Man? That's what we're going for? No. Okay, no, that makes way more sense. No, that makes way more sense. Oh man, I was way off on my guess.
Do you see it?
Yeah,
or not really?
I can see it. I think it would have made more sense if everything on the grip module in the lower frame was all red, and then the top was just all like gold. I think that would have made a little bit more sense. But again, like it's fine. Like I see it now. I do see it now.
Here, I just sent you something. You want to show it?
Yeah. Let me see here. What the frick? No, I don't want to connect to Teams right now. Shut up, Skype.
You can show it on the screen, right?
I can see the noise that he's.
You want to show that?
Yeah, I'm showing it on stream. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Apple the viewers.
Fuck it, bro. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like it's funny, man. If they can't take a joke, I mean, they're just kind of proving themselves right.
Joke,
you know,
okay.
or us right at this point. I'm just.
And most likely they won't make this model. She actually liked it.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, guys. This is not going to be a real. Not unless you really want it. But like, I doubt that's probably not going to be a thing at all. But
maybe we should.
maybe we should. Maybe we should. If it sells,
yeah,
I mean, maybe we can do like a special thing, right? Where if like you get this one, that particular colorway, it'll come with that patch, right?
I don't know. Are you showing on the screen? Just leave it on.
You want me to leave it? I'll leave it. Here. I'll leave it so everyone can continue seeing. One to one.
What do everyone think of it? Is it funny or disrespectful?
I mean, you know, here's the thing. It's satirical, therefore it's fine. It's satirical. It's not outright mean. It's not outright disrespectful. If someone gets offended by this, I'm you know me. I'm usually a very understanding and compassionate person. But if you're offended by that, where are your fucking balls, bro? Like, what the fuck? Seriously, like, grow up, man. Like, take a joke. Okay, seriously, like, everyone can take a joke. This shit's hilarious. This shit is funny. You know, make the fucking patch. Make Airsoft cool again. Oh man, make the patch to go with it too. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if this were a thing, you gotta make the patch. You gotta make the patch for it. He would love it.
I agree. I just think maybe we'll get ridiculed.
Oh, I could see some of those people just absolutely just straight up going in there, right? Just being like,
"Oh, how dare you?
How dare you? You make fun of our president."
Hey. I have to make a public service announcement. I am a Republican. I am registered as a Republican.
I'm just saying, like, I think more people can learn to, like, take a... Especially recently, I feel like... I don't know. I feel like when it comes to anything like this, people need to learn to take a joke sometimes, right? It's funny, guys. It's fun. I think everyone's here agreeing with it. Yeah, everyone here is agreeing with it. Yeah, if we were to do this, you have to make the patch to go along with it. Clayton Peralta, I would rock that gun. Darwin's Arbiter saying, do it. Should give him an earband. Oh! RPG
like,
lovers.
A bandage?
Give him an ear bandage.
No, I think the gun looks pretty good. It came out kind of cool. But did you get... If I don't throw up that picture, did you get it or not?
No,
really?
I straight up thought it was like, hey, we have all these
like
random...
Skittles, shit like that, right?
I thought it was like candy. It looks like candy to me.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like it's very stressful lately. So I'm just trying to show.
No, I think this
You
is.
know,
I think this is all. This is funny. If this were to be a thing, I think some people would very much like it. I could totally see people liking this. I definitely. It's definitely a speed gun for sure. Yeah, it's the LTX competition for sure. That's exactly what it's made for. Uh, I'll make a kit around it. Yeah, dude, you gotta make a whole kit. You gotta do a whole load up based around this thing. I did not think Trump when I first saw this gun. I straight up thought it was Skittles or Starbursts. But now that I see it, I can't unsee it, and now it's stuck in my brain forever.
I just sent you two other pictures you can show people.
All right, let's see.
Show one at a time though, so see if people kind of agree with the color scheme.
Oh, okay. That one is very easily Lakers. That is very easy Lakers. Hell yeah.
Is the Lakers good? Or should we do Dodgers? But see, what's
Batman!
his name?
Sorry. I saw Batman. My autistic brain got really excited.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
No,
actually.
that's not a ZEP. That's a LTX competition.
Yeah. Make hammer color white as ear pad, blue receiver, red trigger on the side. I was seeing Crayola. Need to add a white tracer to the front for the bandage. That's funny.
Yeah. But which one you like? The Batman or Lakers?
I think.
People actually like the Batman, huh?
I think the
Or
Batman one, the colorway is pretty cool. I think the colorway for the Batman one is pretty sick.
Uh-huh.
I like the two-tone that it has going on for the slide and for the frame. The gray with sort of like that darkish sort of blue. And then, of course, the yellow accents. I think that's pretty sick.
Uh-huh. We thought about Gundam, but white is hard to do. Just kind of like Dodger blue.
Wait, you actually were thinking about doing a Gundam one?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay, you're talking to someone who's like one of the biggest Gundam fans like ever. That's why I actually got excited when you like said that. That'd be sick. That'd be so sick.
The Dodger blue is hard too. So, we came out with the Lakers. Mr. POTUS. I thought about Xi Jinping too. Winnie the Pooh colors. I don't know if you guys know that. That's his nickname.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, I've heard this before. Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys don't even know who he is. But anyways, what do you think? Should they even make this 3? The special edition?
I'm seeing people asking for the Gundam one.
Yeah, but white. Making white is hard. On like the same metal or something.
Let me put you this way.
It's the white part that kind of
it's tough.
Made it hard.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to do the slide, the metal. You don't have to do that one white. The frame, here's how you would do it. The frame, you make that white. The slide, you make that blue. The reason why is because the original Gundam, the torso, a good portion of it was actually blue. You have a few of the accents be yellow, and for the magazine, the base plate, you just make that red, and you're done.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally all you have to do.
Yeah, maybe we'll do something tomorrow.
Hell yeah. We'll put this in here as well.
Y'all so desperate. This is sad. What do you mean, Lucky?
Drop shipping company. Huh? What do you mean? What you? I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about.
That sounds like a evict dude. Kick him out.
Oh, I see. Well, here's what I'm gonna do about that. This
salmon color. How about Subway?
Subway would be pretty funny.
No, you cannot do transparent. I think that's pretty hard.
Transparent would be very, very fucking difficult. I'm sure it could be done, but man, even if we were, that shit would be even more expensive. I think that's the last thing we'd want to do right now. Do it in brown. That would be the shit. Okay, I see what you're doing. That's a dad joke right there. Do it in brown. That would be the shit. I get it, because poop is brown. Yeah, yeah, I see. Isaiah, get a concept artist to draw up what you want. You just described to Bossman about the Gundam build. The people want the Gundam build. Damn. All right. Cool.
Yeah. What else do you guys want us to build? We'll think of it, and
Well,
they will probably do it.
yeah. It just, again, it needs to be something that you guys actually like would buy. Obviously, that'd be like the biggest thing. If this is something that you guys are actually willing to spend money on, I mean, we'd build it. We would. You know, it's definitely possible.
No, it's gonna be like you say, the limited edition, which is called the Dark Knight. You know, we'll request Lancer to do it. If you guys want Mr. Orange, we can do that too.
Mr. Orange.
Glow in the dark. But that's hard. That's tough because you'll only see it in those fluorescent lights. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So if you make no one will get what exactly it is. I think the transparent is hard too.
I think while those are cool ideas, I think at the end of the day, I think there are a few things we can try. I think the Dark Knight one looks pretty cool. Even the Lakers one, it's not my favorite. It gives me very early 2000s vibe. I don't know if we're walking around with like that would be as cool as say like the Gundam one too. I think ultimately the Gundam one and the Batman one are probably like the two best ones that we've come up with so far. But if you guys do have any ideas, feel free to go ahead and let us know. Also put in the Discord too. That would actually be a really good place to do it. See if you can try to get a bunch of upvotes on it.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh, you're still stuck in traffic, huh?
Yeah, I'm in the 60s. On the 60s.
Jesus.
Like, for 40 minutes. Dude, how the fuck Dodgers lost 2 in a row to lowly Washington Nationals? Tell me that, Brewer. Oh, man. Isaiah's leaving me 2 minutes.
Let's go there. If you did a Dodger one, I'd cop that. Throw in some gray in it. Okay. Let's see. Can we get Iron Man glove gun? What the fuck, Eric? Listen, how would that even work? Please tell me how that would even happen. What do you mean an Iron Man? Like what? You want the repulsor gloves, the gauntlets? You want that? I don't even know how that would be even done. I don't know how that could even be manufactured. That'd be cool, but I have no idea. Real Wild says third string.
Why? Shohei's hurt? I thought only Freeman is hurt. Maybe because they shook him with Mr. Orange. That's why they lost 2 in a row.
Oh, are they jinxed now or something because they did that? Well, because they did that whole thing because they shook hands with him at the White House.
Did you see what the Dodgers media did on their Instagram at first? They excluded POTUS's picture.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Like all this.
Pretty sketchy.
No, they did it on purpose.
No, I know they did it on purpose. I'm wondering why. It's like, if you don't want to show it, maybe you shouldn't have done it in the first place. I don't know, just an idea.
You don't think they should go?
No, I'm not saying they should have. I'm just saying if they're trying to hide it, then why did they do it in the first place? Why do anything if you're gonna try to hide the action anyway? You know, like I don't know, transparency. It just I practice what I preach at the end of the day.
All right. Anyways, he is still my president.
No, absolutely, he is still the current president of the United States until something else happens. That he is still the president.
What the fuck you meant something else happened?
No, I'm just saying he's the president until something happens. He's the president. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, until the next election, he cannot run it again.
Sure. Yeah. Well, if you have anything to say about it, but that is it. We are actually over. Now it is 9:31. I'm gonna let you enjoy your traffic jam. Get back to it. Have yourself a good night, man.
See you later.
See you later, dude. That was a very, very funny and eventful stream. We got ourselves a little bit of a show too, guys. We got ourselves a little bit of a show. with the drama. I knew a little bit about that whole incident, but to get more of the backstory was actually quite entertaining. I'm not gonna lie, I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, and I did not know about that at all. Oh, turn the volume. I actually did not know that who the name of the snitch was. So that was actually very interesting. And we got some new potential products that are going to be coming out in the form of the LTX colorway. So that was actually pretty cool. That was actually very, very fun. Guys, I hope you had an enjoyable stream. Hopefully it was entertaining for you. I see that we're at the peak at 48 concurrent viewers. If you guys can, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on the live stream. Let me know you guys want us to continue with these streams, getting all the behind-the-scenes stuff going on right here. And, of course, X promotions into getting the prize pot for this week's live stream giveaway going down this Thursday. Again, do not miss out. If you guys want to go ahead and still get entered, you still can. Any $20 or greater order you place on GI will get you an entry. Don't miss out. Get those BB Wars tickets, too. Time is running up. It's already April. It's next month on the 25th. BB Wars at Wildlands, May 25th. Do not miss out. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys, right? Every order that you place, especially during these trying times, definitely helps out, and it means the absolute world to us, because that means you're not only supporting Airsoft as a whole, but you're supporting us directly. You're keeping the lights going. Keeping the cameras going, you're keeping these giveaways going, and I want to continue giving back to the Airsoft community, but I need your help to go ahead and do it. Continue to help us spread the word, get all your Airsoft goodies from Airsoft GI, and also support your local businesses as well. Let's keep Airsoft alive. I appreciate every single one of you, and it means the world to me that you continue to spend your free time hanging out with myself and the rest of the Airsoft community. Guys, have yourself a wonderful night. Take it easy, and I'll see you all this Thursday.